History of my oldest ancestors of whom I am very proud descend. June 16, 1198, dies, Riquilda, Princess of Poland, Queen of León and Castile, Countess of Provence and Everstein, my 28th grandmother, 4 times my grandmother, wife of Alfonso VII, my 27th grandfather, 6 times my grandfather, Emperor, King of León and Castile, first cousin of Dom Afonso Henriquez. Queen Riquilda of Poland was the 4th grandmother of Queen Saint Isabel, wife of King Dom Dinis of Portugal. Riquilda, Princess of Poland, Queen of León and Castile, Countess of Provence and Everstein, was born in Krakow in 1135 and died in Everstein on June 16, 1198. She was the daughter of Ladislaus II, King of Poland, and Agnes of Austria. She is the paternal granddaughter of Boleslaw III, King of Poland, and Zbislava, Princess of Kiev, and maternal granddaughter of Leopold III, Heilige, Marquis of Austria, and Ines Waiblingen, Princess of Germania. Riquilda of Poland, also known as Riquilda of Silesia, was a Polish princess of the Piast dynasty, by the Silesian branch, and by her marriages, Queen of León and Castile, Countess of Provence and Everstein. Biography. Riquilda was the daughter of Ladislao II, of Silesia, King of Poland, and Agnes of Austria, daughter of Marquis Leopoldo III of Austria and half-sister of King Conrad III of Germania. She lived her early years in Poland, accompanying her parents and brothers into exile in 1146. They settled first in Bohemia and then in Germania, under the protection of King Conrad III, who gave his deposed brother-in-law the Saxon district. From Altenburg, Queen of Castile and León. In 1151, King Afonso VII of León and Castile, first cousin of Dom Afonso Henriquez, first King of Portugal, wanted to make an alliance with the Kingdom of Germania through marriage, and Riquilda, niece of the German king, was the bride ideal for this. The marriage took place between October and December 1152. Their first son, Fernando, was born in Toledo a year later. In 1155, Riquilda gave birth to Sancha, my 27th grandmother, 4 times my grandmother. King Alfonso VII died suddenly in the middle of the war against the Moors in Sierra Morena, on August 21, 1157. Infante Fernando had died a little before his father. Dowager Queen and Countess Consort of Provence. The late king divided his domains between his children from his first marriage, with Berengaria of Barcelona, my 27th grandmother, 5 times my grandmother Sancho III, my 28th grandfather, twice my grandfather, took Castile, and Ferdinand II, my 27th grandfather, 5 times my grandfather, with Leo. The relationship between Riquilda and her stepchildren was not favorable to her, especially after Sancho III declared war on Raimundo Berengario IV of Barcelona, my 28th grandfather, 4 times my grandfather, whose son, the future Afonso II of Aragon, my 27th grandfather, 4 times my grandfather, was engaged to Sancha, my 27th grandmother, 4 times my grandmother, his daughter. The unstable relations between Ferdinand II and Emperor Frederick I, Riquilda's cousin, and the antipope Victor IV added more difficulties to the widowed queen, who finally decided to move to the Kingdom of Aragon in 1159. There, Riquilda met Raimundo Berengar II of Provence, nephew of the Count of Barcelona. Although they both fell in love, their union would be clearly political. Raimundo Berengario II supported the antipope Victor II against Alexander III, who, in turn, supported King Louis VII of France. The County of Provence had a strategic location between France and the Italian peninsula. Frederick also wanted to bring to his side the Count of Barcelona, an ally of the kings of France, Castile and León. In contrast, Raimundo Berengario II, cousin by marriage of Emperor Frederick, gained prestige and could face the pretensions of Count Hugo de Beau, who had received imperial Provence as a fief. Negotiations for the marriage lasted about a year and a half, until, in 1161, Raimundo and Riquilda finally got married. They had only one daughter, Dulce, who was born about a year later. Raimundo Berengar died in 1166, trying to conquer Nice. Countess Consort of Everstein. Shortly after the death of her second husband, preparations began for another marriage. Apparently, she was betrothed to Raymond V of Toulouse by his cousin Frederick. At the same time, the new Countess Dulce de Provenca was engaged to the future Raimundo VI. Count Count Raimundo's ambition was to become closer to the Hohenstaufen dynasty and seize the county of Provence. However, the firm opposition of the new Count of Barcelona, Riquilda's future son-in-law, put an end to both engagements and, with the help of the Republic of Genoa, began a war against Raymond V that lasted 8 years. Around 1167, Riquilda married, for the third and last time, Albert III of Everstein, who fought alongside Emperor Frederick in the war against the House of Guelph, and moved to Germania with her new husband. From this union, it is known for certain that 2 sons were born, Conrad II, Archbishop of Mainz, and Albert IV of Everstein, although some sources mention 3 more sons, Otto, Luis and Hermann. Little is known about Riquilda's life after these events, having died on June 16, 1198. Family and descent. Children from marriage to Alfonso VII, Emperor, King of León and Castile. Fernando, Infante of Castile. Sancha, Infanta of Castile, married to Alfonso II, King of Aragon, my 27th grandparents, for times my grandparents. Children from marriage to Raimundo Berengario V, Count of Provence. Dulce, Countess of Provence. Children from her marriage to Albert III, Count of Everstein. Albert, Count of Everstein married to Agnes of Bavaria. Conrado, Count of Everstein, married to an unknown woman.